Yo. Well, it's fucking Halloween. Today's another bittersweet day. And this is the Halloween candy we give out. You know, up here Halloween's a big thing. We always do it at night. There's a lot of little kids around here. Some of them, they're teenagers, little fucking smacked asses, some of them, but they're kids, you know. We all did the same shit. I was a little bastard when I was a kid. The shit I used to do, you don't even want to know. But, you know, every year I sit out front with all three of these buckets of candy, and I hand out candy all night long. And I don't know what I'm going to dress up as. I have no idea. I don't know, something that doesn't go, something like stupid. We'll see. So, I just wanted to mention happy Halloween. And today is the day I got all my guns packed up. I'm getting ready to ship my guns to Florida through my FFL. Because I just wanted to let you know, he said it was okay that I would let you guys know. Tom from Weapons Edge, I was going to trade my guns in. Tom asked me what I have for sale. He doesn't have any of them, or the caliber. He don't have the caliber. And he offered to buy them, and he saved my ass from getting raped at the at Cabela's or any other gun shop, because they have to sell them again and make money, so they can't give you good money for them. You know what I mean? But Cabela's always treated me the fairest when it came to trading in guns. You know, so that's where I usually go. So Tom from Weapons Education did buy my guns, and I'm glad a private guy bought them. It's just better that way. He'll enjoy them. I got more money for them that way. So he got a good deal. I got more money because I went through him. And it worked out for everybody. And I'm going to miss them, but I'll get them back, you know? And there's a few I probably won't buy back. Ones I thought I would love, and I never really cared for after a while. So it's kind of like a good liquidation. It's like a clean out. So there it is. I'm making my coffee. Everyone wants to see, like, dude, all that fucking cream you put in your coffee. Here's how I make it. I already poured it. Yo guys, little tip, because I'm real picky with coffee. Wait a minute. Let me get a spoon out. Little tip, man. If you make coffee and it's bitter all the time, put some sugar in here. Not sugar. Salt. See up in there in the filter? Before you start the coffee maker, put about 4 shakes of salt in the grind. My wife told me that. She used to work in a diner. So, yeah, I use a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar, man. There's my Glock cup. Alright, I leave a lot of room. I put like 4 friggin' teaspoons of sugar. That's it. Alright. Look at all this half and half we use. I'll tell you if that's right. Yeah, it looks about right. So there you go. That is my ridiculous cup of coffee I do every morning. Alright guys, well, I'm going to get my day going. Did I just call myself a dago? I want to get my day going. Don't laugh, Bill. Bill likes that stuff. And I'm going to try to go to the range with the Ed Brown right now. If not, if things don't work out, because you know it's getting late, I want to come down and do an up close on that Ed Brown, give you some history on it, and some up close detail information. Alright, see you later. Alright, well, I got my all my guns shipped off to Tom. I had to send them to Florida. Took a lot of time to do that because I had to write down each one, all the information. Yeah, Lucy, stop trying to dominate, you little shithead. Sit down. You shut up. You sound like fucking Chewbacca. Sit. And I had to get my guns sent, so I sent them. I'll let you know which ones they are in another video. It's just too much bullshit. I don't want to talk about it right now. I want to show you the up close Ed Brown, the differences between an Ed Brown and a Colt. A Colt's a high-end 1911. but I want to show you Ed Brown just takes it a couple steps further. You want a treat? You better sit down. Sit. Here. Come here, Jeff. Matt, come here. Sit down. Ready? Alright, beat it. Alright. Now, got the old Ed Brown. There's my Halloween. That's what I'm doing for Halloween. I ain't doing shit for Halloween. There he is. You know what that is? That's a Flyers fan waiting for a Stanley Cup. That's what I look like. That's what I look like by the time they win. If they ever win. Alright, let's get on with this. Let's do some up close shots and show you the differences. Alright, start with the muzzle. The muzzle of the Colt is really nice. But if you notice, these are just the stupid little things that you won't get with a decent 1911 to an Ed Brown. If you look around the edges here, it's a real sharp edge. It's very sharp. I mean, they had a saw and they just cut it and they left an edge on there, which I never understood. That should be a little beveled, I would think. And with the Brown, you can see the edge is beveled, very smoothed over and polished and rounded off. Really, really nice. Especially under here. Right here is a real sharp edge that goes around the bottom of the recoil spring. It's the housing, it's the slide. And it's very sharp. As you can see on the Brown, it's very tapered, polished, rounded off. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I turn it this way more. Yeah, you can see the roundness of it. See how it doesn't come this way and get cut square. It's rounded. Everything is rounded. Even this part of the frame. This part of the frame, it's rounded. It has a bull nose right here. It's bull nosed. See it? Right here. It's nice and round. It's very refined, very finished. The Colt, which is a beautiful gun, this is a very sharp edge. See it? It's not rounded at all. It's just cut straight. Just a straight cut. Which the Ed Brown is just more finished and rounded. It's just little things like that. That's just the muzzle. The Colt has a plastic mainspring housing. You know the Ed Brown doesn't. I mean, it's, you know, it just doesn't. Let's look at the triggers. Okay? Let me get set. Hold on. Okay, if you look at the trigger on the Colt, if you look at the top here, actually, it's a little peened over. There's a little damaged spot because the guy that filed the trigger down forgot to take the burr off here. I don't know if you can see this burr. Let me see if I can show you. See that little burr on the top? And also, the trigger is a very, very sharp edge right here. Same with the Kimbers. The Kimbers triggers are the same way. Very sharp edge. It's not a big deal, but you know, if you're a heavy shooter and you shoot like 5 to 1,000 rounds in one sitting, that sharp edge is going to start irritating your finger after a while. Okay? It's very square. It's not, you know, it's not bad, but like I said, and plus there's a little peen hang over here. Now if we go over the Ed Brown trigger, everything is very rounded off. Look at the bottom of the trigger right here. See how they knocked the corners off it right here? They grinded the corners and rounded them off. And I know it looks like a sharp edge, but it's not because the lighting of the camera is wrong. But this is all rounded off. There's no edge whatsoever. And up here, right here, they knocked the corners off and rounded them off. Even the holes in the trigger don't have edges on them. Everything's rounded off and shaped and smoothed out. Everything. Okay? There's another, for instance, Okay. Okay, here's another thing I want to show you. Back here on the slide, you see how the slide comes back just a little bit too far for the frame, which is not a big deal. Let me tell you, this Colt is my best shooter in the safe. I haven't shot the Ed Brown yet. I'm just showing you tolerances. See how the frame is in and the slide comes to us more? And see how big the gaps are? And this is a Colt, alright? This is a good 1911. There's the extractor. Okay, the extractor, see that? Where it's beveled? That should be straight up and down. Looks like it's on an angle. But this gun hasn't failed, so I'm not going to mess with it. But you see the tolerances that go all the way around? See that gap? Look at this side. Very loose tolerances. Like I said, the frame comes back, the slide comes back farther than the frame does. See that? Still a fantastic 1911. If you guys are looking for a good 1911, this Colt Combat Commander is, oh, I mean, yeah, it is. Combat Commander is fantastic. Let's go over to the Ed Brown. You'll see a big difference. Look at the difference. Look how tight this is. It's the slide is perfectly flush with the frame. The tolerances are ass tight. Ass tight. Look at that. Tight as a snake's butt. Okay? Look at the extractor. There's no gap whatsoever. Zero. Okay? It's just a little bit better. Are you done scratching? Whew, this dog's getting on my nerves. Look at the tolerances here, man. I mean, look how nice and tight that gets. And like I said from before, the slide is the same distance as the grip safety with the frame. Okay? It's the same distance. It's flush, perfectly flush. That's very fine, hand-fitted 1911 work. It's beautiful work. Alright, let's go see what else I can find. Okay, here's the ejection port of the Colt. Now, Colt's about the same level as quality as Kimber, so that's why I'm not going to bring them all out. Now, if you look at the ejection port of the Colt, it's not too much of a difference, but there is a difference. The edge, like I said, once again, with this sharp edge on here. Very sharp. It's a 90-degree cut with a point. It wasn't buffed or rounded over. It's got a really sharp edge. Same here. Very sharp edge. Nicely done. Beautiful work. Beautiful machining. Swings down. And like I said, but it has real sharp edges all the way around. Okay. Now if we look at the Brown, see how, look, you can tell by now there's no sharp. Look how the edges are rounded off. You see the light hitting right here? That's because there's a surface where the light's hitting. There's a surface because it's been ground and polished and rounded over. Everything's very smooth, even back here. It's very rounded over and smooth. Everything's rounded. Even down here. It's very, very smoothly made gun. Look, right here. See here? There's no edge. It's round. Really, really nice. Beautiful. There's another difference. Okay, I don't want to get in too much, you know, I don't want the video to be too long, but you guys kind of get the idea. The gun's just more refined than your average 1911, than your upper class like a Colt 1911. The Ed Brown is even on a higher standard. That's why they're $2,500 to $2,700 depending on which one you get. The internals, The only difference is you don't see any machine marks inside the slides. When I took it apart to oil it, because it was a little dry, I was looking inside the slide upside down, and there's no machine marks. Like the finish is almost as nice as the outside inside as it is on the outside. It's pretty amazing. Not quite, but really, really amazing, smooth. You know. That's all I can really tell you about it. You know, try to do a nice up close for you. You could tell by, you know, the human eye. I mean, you could see the difference. It's a huge difference. Now, there's other things too. The Colt and Kimbers, they do have MIM parts in them. M-I-M. A MIM part is a metal injected mold. Like little parts, like the sear and this, you know, the sear assembly. They may be MIM parts. Maybe some pins might be MIM parts. You know, little parts inside the 1911's mainspring housing might be MIM parts. The mag release button might be a MIM part. The little stuff. And, you know, MIM parts today are a lot better than they used to be. But I'd rather not have them at all. So, the Ed Brown, there's no MIM parts. The whole pistol is made from a bar of steel. Everything. Everything that's on there. Everything that's metal. Everything that's metal is made from a high-grade bar of steel. The hammer, the sear, the grip safety, the mag release button, the trigger, even all the little pins that hold the mag release in, the grip safety in, the pins that hold in the hammer and the sear, they are made from solid steel, and they're all hand polished. The gun's pretty much all handmade, okay? Pretty much. Better terminology to use, it's hand fitted, okay? Guns like the Colt is manufactured at a manufacturer. Everything's, you know, ready to go. The pins are already made. It has some MIM parts, and they just have assemblers. The assemblers put the gun together, and it's a beautiful gun. I'm not saying nothing bad about it. And they take it to the range, and they fire 1 or 2 shots through it, and that's all that goes through it. Okay? Now, if you're a Colt enthusiast, if you're a Colt enthusiast like me, I'm not putting Colt down at all, because I am a Colt fan, like full force. But it doesn't mean it's the best gun made, because it's not. You have this string of 1911s on this end, Wilson Combat, Ed Brown, Les Baer, Nighthawk Customs. They're more refined, they're higher end 1911s. Will they shoot better? I don't know. That Colt, I can't imagine shooting better than how I can with that Colt. That Colt makes one little 1.5-inch diameter hole in the bullseye for me. I mean, is the Ed Brown going to shoot better than that? I don't think it will. Will it feel better when I shoot it? It might feel better. I don't know. I haven't shot it. We're going to take it tomorrow to the range. So I'm just giving you some information. Now, when the Ed Brown's, remember, the Ed Brown is not made at a manufacturing company. It's made in a custom shop. It truly is a custom shop. Kimber, that stuff you see on Kimber's guns where it says custom shop, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because I have a Kimber Raptor and it says custom shop on it, and this Ed Brown puts that thing to shame. I mean, it puts it to shame. So they might have a custom shop. I think all they do in the Kimber manufacturer is put some extra features on it, a little bit more machining involved, make it a little more special. You know, like they have the Carry Melt edition guns and all that, so they write custom shop on it. But really, the Ed Brown, Wilson Combat, and them kind of guns, they truly are custom shop manufactured guns. Well, they're not manufactured. They're custom shop by the hands of a human being. And when it's done, they put 100 rounds through it, not 2. So it's, you know, you're paying for reliability just as much as visual with an Ed Brown. That's what I found out, guys. So right now you're looking at my two very favorite 1911s in my safe, as you know, the Ed Brown so far as the way it looks, and the Colt as the shooter. The Colt's the best shooter. We're going to take the Ed Brown to the range tomorrow. I promise. I wanted to do it today, but I didn't have the time. All right, Tom from Weapons Education purchased my guns. I want to thank him once again. He saved me a lot of money because I would have got raped at the gun shop because they have to resell them. So thank you, Tom, for doing that, and I hope you're happy with the firearms. You know I take good care of them. Weapons Education. I want to give a guy a shout out too, because here's another good person. Add him to your subscribing collection, please. I appreciate it. 23 Mr. Cowboys is another good channel. He's a happy dude. You know, likes to joke around. He's got a lot of good videos, and I think you're really going to like him. He's got a great personality. So 23 Mr. Cowboys. I'm going to put his link at the bottom, and I appreciate it, you guys, if you can sub him, because we got to keep the good people together, right?